welcome back to another studio vlog. It's been a little while since I've recorded anything. I've been super busy with my full-time job, so I've kind of been lacking a little bit. But I don't suppose it matters because no one's really watching, so nobody was anxiously awaiting my next vlog. So the exciting thing that's happening is that I'm doing my very first market. It's a Canadian Pet Expo, so it's a pretty big event, and they have a little artisan section in there. So I rented a table, so I'm pretty excited about that. So this vlog is basically going to be me prepping for that. Some other exciting things is that I bought a heat press. It seems a little bit extravagant, but it wasn't like ridiculously expensive, but super useful. So I was trying to avoid getting a heat press. I really wanted to make tote bags for the event with my pet paintings on them. So I ordered some sample DTF from a company here in Toronto, and they were awesome. They sent them right away. It was free samples, but I paid for shipping, but that's fine. They sent tons. Like, there was a really big sheet of samples, and the designs are beautiful. So I kind of feel like maybe I want to make some t-shirts from the designs that they sent. But I'm just going to show you. So I tried to use an iron to apply the DTF. There were instructions about how to do it with an iron, so I thought that it might work and I could avoid buying a heat press. But I don't know if you can see this very well. Look at how beautiful that design is. Yeah, you probably can't see, but it's pretty wrinkly, and it also has, oh, you can totally see. So it has those little like circles on there from where the iron has those little holes in the bottom. So it didn't work out too well. I was a bit disappointed, but still determined to make my tote bags. So I ended up getting a heat press, and this is the pressed design with the heat press. So it looks infinitely better. Look at how cute that little bear is. So I'm really excited because I ended up ordering a bunch of my artwork on DTF, and it arrived already. They're really good at the place. I ordered it, when did I order it? Thursday, and it arrived yesterday. You don't know what day it is. It's now Sunday. So I ordered it on Thursday and it arrived on Saturday. So it was like a day for shipping and a day for manufacture, I guess. So that is amazing service. I didn't even pay for express shipping, so I'm pretty excited. So I'm gonna unbox it right now. So it comes in this nice little long box. Don't know why I'm excited about that. I'm just generally excited about getting this. So let's see. So I ended up getting quite a long sheet, so I got a lot of designs. So I'm going to be able to make a lot of tote bags with it. So let's see what it looks like. The moment of truth. Oh my goodness, it's massive. Wow, so cool. Look at this. So I was a bit worried because I did get a warning when I did my design. The design software that they have, it's not a design software, but you can build a Gantt sheet. Like, they have a builder on there, which is really, really easy to use, thank goodness, because I'm useless at that stuff. So it's really easy to use, but I was getting some warnings about the image quality, that it was not enough dots per inch for it to be, I guess, safe. So I kind of ignored the warnings because it was kind of saying that my transfers had to be like less than 6 inches, and I really didn't want them that small on the bags. So I just thought I'd risk it and see what happened. I'm not sure why my image quality was low, because when I photograph my paintings, I do raw photographs. I'm definitely not a photographer, so I'm not really sure. But they print okay. That's the thing. I was thinking when I do my prints, they're like 8.5 by 11, and the quality is really good. So I was a bit confused as to why the quality would not be so good with the DTF. So I just thought I'd risk it. So this is what they look like. And it definitely like isn't as crisp as some of the others, but I mean, it's not as crisp as the prints, but it still looks really good. Sorry, I'm trying to unravel this thing and it's so long. Okay, so we have all the dogs here. Yay! How cool! So I'm really excited to get making some tote bags today. So that's going to be on the agenda, and then I need to carry on printing. Printing is so slow because of the quality of the print. It takes quite a long time for each sheet for my prints and for my greetings cards, and what else am I printing? Stickers. It all takes a long time, so I'm kind of trying to print at the same time as doing other things. But it's working well. We've got 2 weeks to go. Work-wise, I don't have any traveling or anything coming up, so I'm gonna have evenings to be able to work on this stuff. Next weekend I want to get my table all set up with all my display stands and stuff like that, just to make sure everything is good. I need to iron my tablecloth because it's super crinkly. If anybody has any tips about how to fold up one of those fitted tablecloths so that it doesn't get all creased, I'd greatly appreciate it. But I feel like it's probably like a fitted sheet situation. Usually I just bundle them up and stuff them in a cupboard. So let me know if anybody's watching. Let me know if you have a technique to fold those. It's kind of like a pleated tablecloth. Is it pleated? It's kind of fitted around the top of the table. It's not one of those stretchy ones that pulls in really tight. It falls flat. But I'm not really sure how to fold it to not get it creased. But Shiv was suggesting that I take a little steamer with me on the day, but I don't know how effective that's going to be. Anyway, I'm going to stop babbling. I'm going to go cut some of these DTFs up and give them a try on the tote bags. So we'll see you in a bit. Hi, I'm in the kitchen now because it seems that my office is getting really full of stuff. So there's really no space for me to lay this out and cut it. It's just going to be so much easier on this countertop. So I'm excited to get this these bags made. Just think it's something kind of nice that people might like. Hopefully, we'll see. Oh man, I don't want to mess this up. I'm going to get cutting. It's actually quite easy to cut. I can just kind of slide the scissors through, which is really great because I'm so bad at cutting wrapping paper and stuff. So I'm really happy about that. I'm going to do these 6 for now and press them and see how it goes. And then I'll cut up the rest later when I go into full-on production mode, which I'll have to get to soon because the show is coming up and I have a full-time job and a part-time job. Hi, I'm over here now. So I've set up the heat press over here on my dining table for now because, again, I've kind of run out of room in my little office/studio. I'm going to try and get another little surface in there, like some sort of, maybe the IKEA has those little cube type things, and then I'll have another surface, but I'll also have some storage space. So I'm thinking about replacing the bookshelf that I have in there with that so that I could put have another surface, because I like to have a surface for drying the paintings too. sometimes I get concerned about standing them up in the drying racks because the edges can actually touch the little wooden dowels and they sometimes get a little sticky and get stuck on there. So I don't really want to do that. I like to have, especially with the varnish, like I like to have the surface so that they dry nice. Sorry if you can hear the train. I live right next to the train track, so hopefully you didn't hear that train go by. Anyway, I'm gonna start pressing. The heat press is all warmed up, so I'm gonna give this a shot. So wish me luck. I'm like really concerned about burning myself too. So I ordered this glove, but it turned out that it was just one glove. So I guess it is marketing it as like a hairstyling glove. I'm just gonna press this for a second just to try and get some of the creases out. I did press the bags already, but just to make sure that it's nice and smooth, don't get any wrinkles. I feel like I probably shouldn't eyeball this, but I think that my eyeballs are usually pretty good. So let's see. Oh, wow, look at that. Perfect. All right, make sure it's straight. Okay, so I gotta press this for 10 seconds. And the press has a little timer on, so it'll count down for me, which is nice. And then, there we go. Hey Siri, set a timer for 45 seconds. So then you have to let it cool.
45 seconds, counting down.
Thanks, Siri. For 45 seconds, and then you have to peel it off quickly. So we'll see how that does. 45 seconds seems like a really long time to wait when you're so excited, but 20 seconds to go. Okay, so now I'm gonna repress for another 5 seconds. The edges get a little lifted up, but apparently if you repress it, it makes it a little bit more permanent. I don't suppose people will be like washing tote bags too often. Not like t-shirts or whatever. So it looks pretty good. My little logo on the back there. So now I'm gonna try, I should probably let that cool down. Don't want it to be affected. All right, so now we'll do the all-important side. I want to keep this thicker part at the edge outside of the press because I don't want it to prevent the press from getting super flat on the design. So let's see, we'll start with a little Shep first. All right, so, I'm so nervous, so excited. Let's see. That's about center on the design. This is kind of hard to figure out the exact center because the dog's head is like slightly offset, so I can't line it up with the middle of the dog's face. But it looks like it's cut pretty equal on both sides, so eek. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. So it looked like it's stuck. I just want to push down those edges a little bit to repress. Okay. I think maybe what I might do for the next time that I order these is put like a little bit of edge on it because there's so many like fine edges on these designs because of the fur. So what I might do is I might put like a little border, which I usually do with the stickers and stuff. Okay. Here it is. So cute. I think that's the perfect size for the bag too. Let me hold it back a little bit so you can see. It does look a little bit off center though. Maybe this one's gonna be my trial one. So I'm gonna start working on the others. I wanna turn off the mic because I wanna watch Grace and Frankie in the background, and that would be weird for you to listen to. So I'm gonna turn off the mic and then we'll probably fast forward through this next little bit. So I'll see you in a bit. Hi, it's the next weekend. I can't remember what I said to you last weekend when I filmed my face. But during the week I've been working on getting stuff prepped for the show or the expo next weekend. I was having some major issues with my printer yesterday. I was getting a lot of paper jams. I use Epson paper, the cold press bright, and I kept getting these kind of phantom paper jams when I was putting it in the rear feed slot. I don't know if anybody has that printer and has the same issue. It prints everything else, but it's kind of like an intermittent issue. So sometimes it'll print and sometimes it won't. And yesterday it just didn't want to print all day, basically. I think I maybe got 3 prints done in the day just because it kept kind of telling me no. So that was kind of irritating. I was spending a lot of time on YouTube trying to figure it out. Lots of different advice, but none of it seemed to apply. I did everything you could imagine to do to try and fix the problem, and it didn't work. So I need to print some more prints and greetings cards on that paper over this weekend. And I'm kind of scared to try because it made me so upset yesterday that I'm scared to try to print it. So I've printed a bunch of stuff. Like I printed, what did I print? What did I print today? Oh, I printed out the backing cards for my gift tags because that goes on a different paper. It's still a thick paper, but it's not as thick as the cold press bright. And I'm going to print out some stickers. So I'm going to get all of my printing done that doesn't involve that paper. And then figure it out afterwards. It's kind of irritating. I'm also gonna do some heat pressing today, so I have some more tote bags that arrived. So I'm gonna press those. I'm pretty excited about that. That's kind of fun. Yeah, so I've had a busy morning. Cutting mostly, cutting gift tags, cutting up the 5x7 prints, and yeah, I think I'm gonna have some lunch soon. It's kind of late already. It's 1:30. I'm usually a like noon lunch girl, but had a little bit of a later breakfast because I started working before I had breakfast. So anyway, I'm gonna crack on, and then tomorrow I need to. My arm's getting tired. I need to go to IKEA because I want to pick up another clothes rail because I want to hang my tote bags on that. I have a display. I have a clothes rail that like has frames with prints hanging from it. It looks kind of cute. So I want to get another one of those clothes rails so that I can hang the tote bags on there to display them, and that'll go like behind my table. It's sold out right now and it's supposed to come back in stock tomorrow. So I'm hoping I was gonna go in the morning. It might be not there yet, but maybe I could pop there sometime during the week. But I did need to get some hangers to those hangers with the clips, like the skirt hangers. I think that's what they're called. I think that'll work to hang the tote bags, but we'll see. So I'm gonna carry on printing, carry on cutting, and then tomorrow I'll get my table set up, make sure everything's good, and then yeah, next weekend I'm gonna be at the market /expo/show. I'm not really sure what to call it, but anyway, yeah. So I'll let you watch me work for the rest of the day and tomorrow. Hi, it's now Sunday. I just got back from running errands. I went to IKEA to pick up another clothes rail to hang up the tote bags. But when I left home, there was 2 in stock, and when I got there was 0 in stock. So I picked up something else instead, which I think actually might be better. So I'm going to build that up today and see what it looks like. I also went to Henry's, the camera store, to pick up some paper because I printed all day yesterday, but I was printing on sticker paper and I was printing on the card that I use to make my bookmarks, and the printer had no issue at all with that paper. And then this morning I tried to print on my Epson Cold Press Bright for the greetings cards and to print some more prints, and it was not happy. So I took the printer apart. My printer has a function that you can take the back panel off and feed the paper directly through the back, and that's kind of designed for like printing on really thick cardboard, like foam board and stuff. So I tried that, but the problem is that when I print my greeting cards and prints, I do borderless. And with that, when you feed it through the back, you actually lose like 0.8 of an inch at the bottom. So like a lot of my design is gone. So I like flipped it around, the image around, so that I could print the other way, but it still had borders. So it's not ideal. And also you have to feed it through the back of the printer. So I had to move my printer around, and it was just kind of a bit of a pain. So anyway, I went to Henry's to pick up some more paper. I Googled alternatives to the Cold Press Bright, and I found, goodness, I can't remember the brand name. I feel like it was quite hard to pronounce. No, it wasn't. It wasn't hard to pronounce. There was another brand name that was hard to pronounce. This one is something else. Canlan, I want to say. But I'll show you that, I guess. Anyway, so I got some more paper. It's a slightly less weight. The Cold Press Bright is 340 grams per meter squared, and this one is 310. So hopefully it's still thick enough to have some sturdiness for the greeting cards. Hopefully it has the same texture. I haven't opened it up to see yet. I don't want it to be too different from the paper that I'm using, because that would be weird to have some one paper and some another paper. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I feel a bit frazzled. You can probably tell by the way that I'm talking. I had some anxious dreams about the show last night. I had a dream that my table was in the wrong place and I was trying to move it, and then other people were putting that table in front of my table so you couldn't see anything, and it was just really stressful dreams. So I'm going to crack on. I'm just going to call my parents now because I haven't talked to them this weekend yet. So we usually do like a video chat because they're in England and I'm in Canada. And then I'm going to crack on with finishing off making my products. Then later today, I'm going to set up my table. And I want to time myself to see how long it takes, because the setup for the show is actually on Thursday. But I'm going to be working on Thursday. So usually I start work really early, so I can probably get there for about 4 o'clock. And then it's open for setup until 6. So I think that should be enough time. Yeah, I don't see it taking any longer than 2 hours. And then on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think it starts like 10, which is kind of late for me. Like I'm usually up at 4:30, so I don't see it being too much of an issue. And if there's any bits and bobs that I need to take in the morning, I can. So yeah, I'm gonna get on with some work, chat with my parents, maybe eat some lunch, and then yeah, keep going, plugging away. I'm kind of enjoying it. Like I'm not kind of enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm excited for the show. But this printer issue is kind of putting a bit of spanner in the works. So hopefully we'll get that resolved. Excuse my messy desk. It's like production central over here. So this is the paper that I got. I got the name wrong. I think I said something else, but it's Canson. I read online that it was a similar paper to the Epson cold press Sprite, which is what I have printed hundreds of pages on, but now my printer doesn't like it. So I'm a little disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. The Canson paper was pretty expensive. This, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, but you can see that there's this paper. Let me just go over here. Oh, it's so blurry. You can see that it's got a real texture to it. It's almost like a watercolor paper. This is the Epson cold press Bright. And then this Canson is supposed to be similar, but it has like goodness. It's supposed to be similar, but it has very little texture to it. It's very smooth. And I don't know if you can see if I compare these here. Like it might not show up super well on camera, but the color on this Canson is so much bolder than on the Epson, and I actually prefer that because that's closer to the actual original painting, whereas this is just super, super bold. I'm sure that there's a way that I can adjust that in some settings or something, but I really don't have the time to kind of try and figure that out. Well, I am more than a little bit excited about this. I bought these paper bags to put in like stickers and bookmarks and stuff at the show. And I was like, maybe I could print my logo on them. And the printer is agreeing with me. It was a great idea. I'm really happy with how they turned out. Oh, there's a smudge. That's okay. I was gonna buy a stamp, but I don't know. I was looking at some of the reviews and it wasn't great, and I thought, well, let me just see if I can print them. And it's printing super fast because I'm not doing it super high quality, and I think they look pretty awesome. It's now a week after the Pet Expo. I kind of feel like I should have recorded this right away because I was so excited about the whole thing. I was super duper sad when it was over. I kind of didn't want it to end. I was having such a good time meeting everybody and like meeting people's pets. I met dogs and cats and rabbits, and there was people walking around with birds in little backpacks and on their heads. I met a rat. So it was all very exciting, and people seemed to like my art, which was kind of really nice because I feel like so far a lot of people that I've been showing it to have been my friends and family, and they kind of almost have to say that they like it. So the biggest sellers, I don't have the stats right in front of me, but just from like my own memory, the biggest sellers at the show were bookmarks are really popular, stickers, greeting cards. I sold a couple of prints, but not as many as I thought. And I sold a few of the tote bags as well. So I realized I need to focus on specific breeds of pets. I actually don't know anything really about the different breeds of cats, so I need to like study that for sure. I find a lot of my designs right now are actually like mixed breeds. I think I need to focus on specific breeds just because people ask me like, do you have a Chihuahua? Do you have what was the other ones? Like I didn't have any Labradors for people. I have one chocolate lab sticker. So just things like that. I think I need to sort of work on my inventory and get those specific breeds because it seemed like people wanted to buy products that looked like their pet. I sold a lot of the design that I called Winnie, which is kind of like that half cat face, because a lot of people said that it looked like their cat at home. So I think I need to focus on that, just to make that stuff a bit more accessible to everybody because not everyone has the budget to get a custom portrait. So if I can work on other breeds and specific breeds, then I can I'm really distracted because my husband is outside cleaning the balcony and he can see me and I feel embarrassed. Anyway, yes, so I'm going to focus on those different breeds. So if they can find something that looks like their pet, then that would make me really happy. So I'm going to work on that. So in terms of sales and stuff at the show, it was okay. The show itself was really expensive for me, it was really expensive, but it's my first ever one, so I don't really know. It was over $500 with tax, so that's quite expensive to me, but it was 3 days. So I did cover my table, which is good, and a little bit extra, not a whole lot, but I did get a lot of interest in the custom stuff. So hopefully people will get in touch. Like, I took 200 business cards with me. They were basically all gone at the end of the weekend. So hopefully people will get in touch. I've had one order since then for a custom painting, which I'm pretty excited about. Yeah, so I think for the exposure factor and the validation for me, it was a really positive experience. I met some really cool people, some of the other vendors there. So hopefully I'll see them again at the next one. Yeah. So I think I'll just end this vlog here. I don't really have a lot more to say about the market other than that it was totally awesome and I'd love to do it again. Even if I didn't make any money, I think that being there and meeting all the people and meeting the pets, I had a really good time. It was pretty tiring, but I was definitely sad when it was over because it was so much fun. So yeah, that's it from me for this one, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to follow my journey, feel free to like and subscribe.